What is up, everybody? Welcome back to our 58th live stream of the Real Uncommon podcast. It is Aloha Friday. Aloha to everyone in the audience tonight. What is going on, D?
What is up? Happy Aloha Friday, everybody. And it's really the 58th?
It's the
Wow,
58th, yes. It's getting
cool.
close. Running, losing track of these counts. But D, do we have something special in the studio tonight?
Yes, we have a very special guest today. You may have already seen him before, and you probably know him in X and YouTube. But please welcome Guri Guri.
Aloha,
Woo!
everyone. Hi
Oh, I
from
don't
California.
I don't have a soundboard. Pair,
Pair,
Guri.
pair, pair, pair. Or as Richard
Oh,
says, pair, pair, pair.
Wait,
oh.
do you have to pay for that sound effect?
Um, I think you have
I
to
don't
pay for the
know.
soundboard. It's you know what? No, I can download it. I just been too lazy to fill up my virtual board here though, but I'll
Okay.
get on it. But before we start, everybody, let's say hi to the chats because this thing is blowing up. We're gonna stop at the very top, along with the guy in the studio right now. What's up, Guri? Slider in the house. What's up, Slider? Good
What's
to
up,
see
Slider?
you. I saw Raven. There you go. A Raven is in
Raven.
the house. Good to
Hey,
see you, my man. I already said it,
Bro.
but for you, I'll say it again. Aloha Friday. There you go, Fro bro. Good to see you. Aldradero in the house. What is up,
What's up,
fam?
Badger?
Good to see you as well. Aloha. We got digital vibes in the house, gracing us his
Vibes.
presence. Good to see you,
What's up, man?
vibes. Loving the new PFP. Mark D in the house. What's up, Mark? It
What's
was
up,
good
Bart?
talking with you the other night on Web V Wednesdays, Mark, and I look forward
Yeah.
to you coming up more in the future. And then we've got Kenobi in the house. What's up, Kenobi? Hey
What's up,
guys, let's
brother?
freaking go, brother. We're gonna be talking about our favorite stuff, man. Comic books. So hopefully you stay tuned right here. Uh, yeah, I think we've gone through. Oh no, wait, hold on.
No,
We
there's
got
more.
Mission in the house.
Mission.
it's in
What's
the
up,
house.
Mission?
What's up, Mission?
Good to see you. And I think we've said hi to everybody. Guri, how are you, man?
Man, I'm doing well. I am. Uh, I get stuck in rain from time to time. I'll go on a motorcycle ride, and then halfway in the ride, it's gonna start pouring, and I'm like,
Hmm.
oh, and I have to make a decision: do I sit it out somewhere, or do I just ride in the rain? And I'll wait for 20 minutes, and I'll be like, this thing is not ending. So I usually get drenched uh, around this time of the year. It's bad.
You
But
know what's so funny about that? It's like, and this may relate, but my neighbor, he is a stickler for mowing his yard. And rain or shine, that guy is out there in the rain. Now, when I mean the rain, like torrential rainfall, tropical storm rain, you'll see that guy out there, happy go lucky in the rain. So,
I think your rain is warmer, right? Is that fair to say?
no,
No.
no. Depends though. Like, okay, so like a good example is whenever Mauna Kea has snow,
Hmm.
it's just. But then again, we're island people, right? So anything below 70, we're freezing.
Uh,
So maybe
Yes.
yes, maybe it is warm. I don't know. Um, but anyways, good to see you, Guri. I'm glad you were able to join us tonight. There's a couple things that Guri wants to do tonight. But the first thing I wanted to kind of discuss, and we're not going to do much community feed tonight. We're just going to get right into the topic. Is I wanted to talk about comic books specifically. What does it mean to you for comic books? We're all in Vivi, DC, Candy, Digital, Palm. All them. Cryptoys is also starting some comic books. We have some new collectors that are collecting comic books. And we're going to ask Guri the question on why does he love comic books. But I kind of wanted to kick this off and kind of explain to people why I love comic books. When I was growing up, I didn't have a lot of friends that lived next to me. In fact, I was an only child, and I used to bury myself in comic books, stuff like this, because my imagination just went wild. I didn't have anyone to play with. I used to play with rocks as kids, at the beach, right? I didn't have toys or anything like that. My mom was just like, here's the sand, grab some rocks, so I had to use my imagination. And so when I grew up in the 90s, comic books was very special to me. And so now getting back into it because of our space, it's it's very it feels good. it feels really good to get back into this type of collecting. And it really feels good now that not only does my wife collect with me now, but also my daughter's getting into it. Um, how about you, Guri? How do you feel about the comic books? Did you collect when you were a kid, comic books specifically, or only now since we're kind of getting into Vivi and other projects?
Yes, I don't. I think we talked about it the long interview we did, but I'm not sure it made the cut. Um, when we were kids, the comic books that we read were very highly influenced by the American culture. Was the Archie comics,
Mhm.
Tintin, and then I think also a comic called Commando, which was that came out of maybe it was a European one, but it was Allies versus the German forces in the World War II. So a lot of Spitfire, different aircrafts making bombing raids on some German town, killing a ton of people. That
Boom,
kind
bam, pow, right?
Mm.
of, a lot of action. And we started. Um, we didn't have a lot of money. We were not poor, but we didn't have a lot of money to buy comic books, especially Western ones.
Mhm.
So all of us got together and we started a our own library. And the customers of the library were just us itself. There was like no other people. So catalog them and we put like we destroyed them by putting like labels on them saying this is C1, C2s, Commando 1, Commando 2, Commando 3. And then clearly there was not going to be any resale value because we totally put our own stickers on them.
Well, back in the day, we weren't thinking of resale value, and I remember talking to Doctor Strange about when we used to pick up comic books, and I remember he told me he wasn't like one of those guys that folded the comic books and put it in a bag. He would like neatly put it in a bag. I did the same thing without thinking subconsciously that I was trying to save it to maybe have a form of value in the future, right?
Yeah.
Before these were books that I read, these were like thin little books that I read, and
Yeah.
that was
Mhm.
it. I never really thought about, any kind of value in the
Right.
future, until Bags and Boards came out. Like, I want to say Bags and Boards came out when, like, I think the first X-Men comic the Jim Lee X-Men, I'll show that later. But anyways, it was a specific run of X-Men comics came out. I remember Bags and Boards came out. I'm like, oh, what is that? You
Yeah.
can put your comic in a bag, you know? Wow, and then shoe boxes, right? I used to have a bunch
Yeah.
of shoe boxes.
Oh,
My mom used to work
shoebox.
for a tennis shop. So
Right.
she used to bring out these old shoe boxes and I used to fill them up. And I still have those comics, not in shoe boxes anymore, but like down in the garage. And I'll show some of that later. By the way, we're going to be showing a little bit of our comics, but yeah, so I can kind of relate in that sense. It's just I never really thought of any value.
Right.
Um, what about you, D? Did you ever had an inkling of collecting comics as a kid? Um, your
um,
family?
Not for me. No, I wasn't thinking about that. But my brother. So I didn't have any comic books of my own when I was younger. My brother was the one that had all the comic books and all the cool action figure things.
Hmm.
So I used to sneak and read them when he wasn't home. Um, and like play with his the collectibles. But when you're a kid, you don't. Well, at least for me, you don't really think about keeping things in good condition for years down the road, right? You're just like in the here and now.
Yeah,
Um, but I am into collecting now
That's so
yeah.
cool.
because of Hinano.
Does your brother still have those comics, or did he somehow those
No,
books disappeared?
no. So when Hinano and I first got into Vivi, I texted my brother and he actually heard of the Vivi app and he signed up for it, but he just didn't do anything with it. And so I was like, "Do you have the comic books? When we were younger?" And he's like, "No. When he moved out, it was at mom's house." And so I called my mom like, "Hey, mom, by any chance, do you have those books?" She goes, "No. Why would I keep those things? Those rubbish." I'm like, "No."
Oh no!
All those, like all his action figures are like just gone in the trash like years ago.
Oh,
I'm like, Yeah, she was like, "You don't need to keep all this stuff. It's just collecting dust." I'm like, "Oh my goodness." So no, we don't have it anymore. Yeah, but now that we have Vivi and other platforms, we're able to get books that are easier to keep safe and not have any spine ticks or damage done because it's digital.
Right.
Yeah, I'm surprised with some of the things that I have in my collection. I did a pretty good job at keeping them in good condition. Like some of my old comics, they don't have spine ticks. There's some white pages and some fades and stuff like that. But like, nothing in a sort where I was like manhandling it all and stuff like that, though. But let's fast forward to now, Guri. So now you're collecting comic books. Um, from the start of Vivi, because I think you got in like around 2021, 2022, somewhere around there.
Yeah, 21.
How much physicals have you amassed since you started this?
So big shout out to uh, my collectibles. Aaron sent me Superman, some comic, not Superman one, but Superman comic as a winning of something that he was doing on his show, and it just
Mhm.
one day showed up, and I'm like, oh, this is a cool thing, and I read the comic book, and I'm like, I can dig this, and it has a really nice cover, and that has since gone to my nephew in Boston. So
Cool.
and and then the local comic book shop, I did go try to make myself a little familiar with them. And one day, just going through the dollar bin, I found one Spider-Man 2 or 3. They were like, there was a separate run of Todd McFarlane Spider-Man 1 through 5 cover, and the one is really famous. The 2, 3, 4, 5 have no basic value, and so found the second one, the third one in the $1 bin. I'm like, oh, this is cool. This matches my review, and then surely, I found online companies that sell, and then I found eBay. Started buying all kinds of covers like Peach Momoko and Scotty Young and everything under the sun that looked really eye appealing to the eye. And then I realized I'm all over the place. Like
The
Yeah,
bug.
this
yeah.
is like it's like I don't have the money to buy everything, and they're like some books are $30, but I want them, and I don't know why I want them. Then I have that conversation myself, like, why do you want a $30 comic book when you can have 10 of the $3 ones?
Right. Yeah.
And then I realized that, listen, there's no way I'm going to be able to collect everything that has passed because those are expensive books. So let's pick a time, and then going forward, let's pick 2, 3 of each for $3
Mhm.
each, $10 for every comic cover, and that is so I pick up 3 or 4 of Scotty Young, and I think he comes up with like 2 or 3 covers a month, or maybe 4 covers a month, and keeps me busy. And then I found Scotty Young's website, so we'll talk about that. Uh,
Oh, I found it too.
that's that's a big problem because that's expensive too.
Oh,
Uh,
yes, it is.
so I have started to give away some of the comics that I feel do not fit my long term collection goals of Scotty Young, Peach Momoko, and then I really like, for some reason I like simple covers. I don't like a very complex cover. And we'll
Yeah.
go over some of the ones that I'll be showing, and you'll see how I like simple ones, and the complex ones are really complex, and there's 4 or 5
Too much.
too much stuff
Yeah,
going on.
too busy. Yeah.
Yeah, too
So
busy.
I cannot comprehend that. Maybe that's a learning difficulty on my part. But so I feel now I have 2 full short boxes, and there is absolute need for a third short box to start.
Oh, that turns into 6 in about a year. But
Yeah.
you know, my problem is I'm a fan of the art too. So like I treat comic books in different categories. Like it's art, it's reading, and it's also a flex, right? Depending on what you have. And so, but my big problem is I like to read these comics, and maybe it's not a big problem, but the issue I have is they make so many variant covers. I want them
Mhm.
all. and I usually always just buy like maybe one or two like A stocks to read.
Yeah.
But with the way they're pumping out all these stories, if you miss one issue, you're gone. You're lost.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, like a good example is Action Comics 1050. I started getting back into DC because that was kind of like a soft reboot. By 1058, I got busy and I never got to 1059, and so now they're like 1070 or whatever. They've gone up, and
Yeah.
I've lost track. So
Yeah.
now it's like, well, what do I do? Do I backtrack and buy the books because I want to keep them? And now I have a ton of books
Yeah.
that I got to read, or now we have online. And that's kind of why I really like what's going on with Vivi and also Candy Digital, because a lot of the comics that I have, they have them now. Specifically, also Candy Digital, the modern age stuff, they have them.
Yeah.
But what I don't like is they don't have them all. They have like maybe issue 4.
Yeah.
Well, I want to read issue 5, right? It's like that's my big issue with this. So like I think for what we're doing right now, it's just mainly a collecting game when it comes to the digital. Even though people say, "Oh, do you read your comics?" Yes, but I want to read them all.
Right.
I don't want to like read like 25 pages. Oh, that's it. You know, I
Right.
want it all, and that's my problem, and that's why I have 15 short boxes right here. So and so I'm glad we're talking about this because like is collecting comic books in the physical realm, is it becoming too much, or is it just becoming to a point where it's like it's starting, we're going to be like Guri now, where it's like, okay, this is what we're doing, we're kind of all over the place. Don't be like Hinano where you buy everyone and you plan on reading it. Maybe you have to have a strategy with this. Maybe you stick with one character, one story. I don't know, what do you think, Guri?
Yeah. From the reading perspective, I bought the whole series of the Mandalorian one. So it was last year or a year before that, and then it went over might be 10 months or 12 months. I can't remember exactly. And the first issue had like, I want to say, 10 variants covers, and I'm like, I want that one, I want that one, I want that one. So for the first one, I bought all the variants, and then I messaged Sleepin and I said like, "Hey, do you collect variants?" And he says, "No, I only collect the cover A." So I'm going
That tells you a lot.
like, no. So thereafter, I just told the comic book shop that I only need the main cover, and all the other variants I don't want them. don't.
It's funny. It's funny you say that. So like we have 2 comic book stores on the island, and then we deal with other comic book stores on different islands. But one of the comic owners, he's very old school. He does not like the digital at all, and
Oh,
he's like Sleeping. He only collects the A covers. That's it. He doesn't collect any variants, and he's specific because he says in his mind the first cover is the only valuable one to him.
huh.
So
Yeah.
versus the other guy, he's more business like, and he's like us, where it's like, okay, we like to see the different cover arts, and I think value is in the eye of the beholder, right?
Right.
But it's also very telling that big comic guys like Sleep In, or my LCS owner, who's met all the artists out there. He's met Todd a bunch of times. He's more into the A covers as well. So, but I think because now a newer generation is being turned into comic book collectors, that's going to change. That's going to shift, and I think there's going to be like a meld between the old and the new. What do you think about that, D?
No, yeah, I agree. But for me, well, I'm trying to break it down to even like specific comics. But for me, like the variants, um, I really like them all as well. But it does get expensive to collect all the variant covers. And I wish sometimes like the variant cover that I like would be the A, so then I could just get that one. But obviously, it's not what I like. Um, but yeah, I think going digital as well as physical, they work kind of hand in hand. Because when I got onto the Vivi app, I think our goal was to collect digitally, but then we went to the comic book shop. And then it's like, well, now we got a match. And so like a year later we have boxes of physical comics, so it didn't really help us
New
not
boxes,
collect.
new
Yeah, new
boxes.
boxes. So I mean, I guess you could collect both digitally and physically, because I mean, you got a match, right? It goes hand
Yeah.
in hand.
So one of the things I want to do with my collection is, remember, if I buy three, one to sell, one to trade, one to keep, at
Mhm.
some point I want to sell one, and then it takes one out of my inventory, creates more space there, and then I can perhaps buy one or two of the newer covers. So if I buy it for $3 and I sell it for 8 or 9 or 10 bucks somewhere down the road, then I can buy the newer ones for five. Those probably will be $5 then. So I'll probably get, for $10, I'll only get two. So that's what I'm thinking, and I feel at some point I have to just stick with two, and then not, you know, or invest.
Not go overboard or something like that. See, I have joy in this stuff. So like whenever we go to the comic shop, like, and it's a good thing we don't have a comic shop in the town we live in, because I'd be there every day. Uh,
Yes.
if I'm scheduled, because I'm in communication, if I'm scheduled on a certain part of the island,
Yeah.
I make it a point to schedule my route through where the comic shop is located, and that's a problem. And Dee always sends me a text because she knows that, okay, because she tracks me, right? It's like, okay, I know where you're going. Be sure not to spend too much money. And I'm like, that's fine. And then I start chatting with the LCS owner, and that's over with because he starts showing me every kind of eye candy in there, right? And I
Right.
end up
It's so
leaving. Go ahead.
sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, it's so funny that when we go to the comic shop with the old school guy, as soon as he says, "Oh, hey, check this out," I'm like, "Oh no, oh no, we're supposed to go eat lunch like an hour ago."
Yeah, yeah, I can spend hours in there, but I see, here's the thing about me is like I love it. I love going in there and sifting through boxes and finding gold or
Yeah.
finding something that maybe he underpriced,
Yeah.
or finding
Yeah.
something that just I was missing, right? I'm like, "Oh, D, look at this. I needed this in my collection," right?
Right.
So it brings me joy, it brings me happiness, and I love going to comic shops. And we make it an outing, sushi and comics. No matter where we go, we always have sushi and comics.
Nice.
So, but I mean, it's not a bad habit to have.
No.
It's just, it is a habit, and I gotta say so. But anyways, anything else you guys want to talk about this subject? I kind of wanted to kind of like get a brief introduction on how we felt about the physical comic books, because I'm going to ask you questions about digital comics after we do our show and tell, because I'm sure you have something you want to unbox there, isn't it, Guri?
Yes, I do. Are we ready for it?
Yeah, man, whenever you're ready. But let's see vibes here real quick. Digital vibes. I have definitely bought some cheap comics to match my digitals. There you go, right there, man. Um, if you look at my collection, I can't do that from one for one. It's like almost 1,300 comics right there.
13.
Yeah.
Almost 1,300 comics. I know my collectibles made a comment the other night when we were in spaces together. He's like, at least I'm not like Hinano where I have to keep track of my MCP, and like 1,300 comics is tough, to keep track of any of that stuff. So
So
I need to.
sorry, are you stacking any of them, or are they like 1,300 all unique covers?
Well, so they're unique. If anything, I hold my biggest bag of stack is Darkhawk,
Okay.
just because I love the character so much.
Right.
So I think I have maybe 85 Darkhawks, and that's not even a lot. There's whales out there like Froikomi that's got like a bunch. So but
Yeah.
that's my big bag in a comic that I've stacked. Other than that, no, I've been very strategic. I've been going after keys, but not just like Silver Age keys. I've been going after modern age keys. There was something that Chad said in Empty Pirates, and I believe also Kenobi said this too, that we got to look at modern age comics as what will our kids and our kids value it later on down the road, right? Like Spider Boy is a good example. Bailey. I really believe that people are not really looking at the significance of him
Yeah.
and where he is right now and the type of audience that he was created for. I think he's going to be big. And I thought he was going to be big prior to him even coming to Vivi. In fact, I was not begging, but I was basically asking, I want Spider-Boy in the app. And he came, right?
Mhm.
And other modern age comics came, Death of Miss Marvel's in there.
Right.
And so all these modern age comics that everyone's just throwing to the wayside and be like, oh, modern age sucks, go for Silver Age. I don't think so. Look at Miles Morales. He
Right.
just came out like
Yeah.
a few years ago. He's
Mhm.
popular. He's the Spider-Man my daughter talks about, not Peter
Yeah.
Parker.
Right.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
That's-
did you just talk about Spider-Boy?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So staying with Spider-Boy.
Are we ready? Are we ready, Guri?
We're doing this.
Okay.
By the way, Fro, you're not a minnow. Stop it.
So,
All right, we're gonna front and
Come on.
center right here, Guri.
so this is the box, and I bought this directly from the man himself, Scotty Young. And so what I did is I did remove the tape that goes around the box. And inside the box is
Ooh.
Nice. What is it?
bubble wrap. And I did cheat and make life easier by cutting the tape that was, so there is a bubble wrap inside a bubble wrap.
Ooh.
So
That's good packaging.
good
Oh,
packaging.
what's in the bubble wrap?
And then this has got a bubble wrap envelope, and inside
Uh-oh.
the bubble wrap envelope is another bubble wrap envelope. Okay, hold on for a second. Give me 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
No worries,
Okay.
no worries. Well,
I gotta
do
do
some.
this the right way.
Oh.
we'll do some epic music right here.
All right. Just to be fair to all the people.
Oh,
Oh.
sorry. It was on
goes
repeat.
Okay.
And
Ooh.
this is the comic.
Oh, look at that!
Nice.
It's a signature series.
9.8. Wow.
Look at that!
Not sure
That
you
is
can see.
awesome.
There's the-
Oh,
Scotty.
And this one sold out pretty fast too. And but I don't know if they had like 10 or 20 of them. But I have decided that I'm gonna go for some signature books, and this will stay in the house and it'll keep me happy for a while. And then eventually it's gonna go to some family member. I only picked one.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
There is a limit of maybe 2 per person, but I thought 1 is good enough. So you're seeing it for the first time, and I'm seeing it for the first time in person.
big
That's
congrats,
so cool.
man!
Yeah, congrats, man.
And basically what I was doing was that I was just not able to detect if the signature raw books that I was seeing in the eBay, were they real, were they fake? I'm not good with that in terms of signature verification. Even if I have like a critical eye, I'm like, is that really his signature? And so I thought if I'm going to just get a signature book, especially like a Spider-Boy, then I'm just going to buy it directly from his website, and that's going to be as safe
Yeah, as legit as you can. Yeah.
as I can get it. So this is my first signed
Slab.
slab, and I want to just show everybody else, which you probably have shown on your side of the world, but it's not seen on my side, is the one that Hinano and D sent me, and this is a regular blue label.
Let's go.
Nice. Look
Also-
at that big smile.
Yes,
And that was a trade, remember? So
Yes.
in reality, Guri won something different, and I couldn't part with it, so I made a trade with him.
and I am such a newbie. I would not know. I'm like, Scotty Young, sure, I'll trade. I don't even. I think it was a Batman comic, and I do have some Batman comics in my collection, which I really love the covers. The new series, each cover is just beautifully done.
Yeah.
But how many can I collect and how many can I display in the house? That's going to be the thing. So if I just have like a Scotty Young wall, that's going to be good. And
Ooh.
at some point, I'll have to ping the fam and ask about insurance
Yeah.
I know. Gosh.
because there's going to be more, right? So we'll, as and how it goes, there's going to be more slabs. And I'm basically taking a certain percentage of money that I was putting towards VV, and this is not a FUD, but I was just kind of diversifying and saying, I'm
Yeah.
going to put X amount of money in VV. I'm going to put a percentage of that X and put it towards Scotty Young books, either
Mhm.
eBay or my comic book shop or directly from Scotty Young. So,
So Guri,
price question.
Kenobi has a question. He wants to know if you copped this book.
Yeah, it just dropped. It's on his website still.
Did you get it with the signature?
Yeah, it's with a signature. I did not get it yet.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's
Nice.
a really nice one.
Yeah, it's still available if anybody's looking for it. It's on his website.
Oh, I gotta go look it up. Scotty Young. Is it just scottyyoung.com?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Ooh.
I believe let's just say I bought a signature series too. It hasn't shown up yet, but it's coming.
I'll know when I go check the mail.
And now D knows that I bought it.
I'll ping you guys. This is a good way to, request some airtime and say like, hey, I got another book, and you're like, okay, this is the time I can plug you in. Yeah, it's fun to share with the community. I'm trying to share with my mom and my brother, and they're like, what is this? And they don't get it. But
Yeah, I'm like you though. I'm a big person on diversification. You know, what I mean, like I know a lot of people see me buy comic books in the VV space, but I'm all over the place. You know what I mean? Like, and I've just started putting some diversification into some slabs, and they're gonna go to my daughter. All this is gonna go to my daughter. And then hopefully in time it goes to her kids and so on and so on, because she's got the bug just like D and I now.
yeah,
Back, Kenobi, if you're here, I had that Power Ranger slab I won from your. Well, I thought it was mine. It went straight to the kids. So, half the slabs I buy is going to go to her anyway. So Kenobi, safer to tell the wifey what you bought on the show. Yeah, I know I'm smart, right? Oh. Well, it's show and tell hour. What else you got, Guri?
yes. So let me show you some other books that these are directly from what is in my warehouse space. I have a different collection at home, and those are still at home. So we'll do some of these you might or might not recognize. So let's see if you guys recognize this.
Ultraman.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
This is a poster on Vivi.
Oh yes.
Nice.
I
Oh,
recognize that.
Frobo probably likes seeing that one.
And this is a really good, so it's Ultraman, Rise of Ultraman, variant 1. And this is almost like mint condition, but I can never tell. I'm still learning how to detect flaws in a comic book. This one is Rocket Raccoon.
Oh, look at that.
Oh wow, Lego.
It's like, yeah.
This is
That's cool.
it's the only one that I know that has a Lego character.
Is that Jonah Jameson?
This
Is
is
it Stan?
this is Stan Lee,
Stan Lee, right?
but it's by Lionel Castellani, and I don't know why Scotty Young's got a signature on it. But
Okay.
Huh.
I got this from someone because of the Lego variant, and it has
Mhm.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, nice. COA.
a signature in the back. It even says where exactly it was signed, and who witnessed it. So
That's cool.
super cool. Changing pace for a minute. Let's see if anybody can recognize this. Might be not the best of lighting here.
Oh,
This is a variant cover
oh,
of
look at that. It's a Transformer.
Transformer number.
Shockwave.
Oh, okay. I see. I'm like, what is that?
It has no name in the front. It's but
A virgin.
has a somewhere here.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
cool.
Transformer number 4.
Yeah, I don't
Very
think I've
cool.
ever seen that before.
It's a John Gallagher cover, one of 600, and I bought this from a comic book shop in UK. I couldn't find it
In
anywhere
the States.
in the States, and whatever was available on eBay was almost triple the price. So I went.
Wow.
I wanted to buy. I wanted to buy one number, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Maybe there was 5. Might be only 4. And you know who has those 4? My collector. Not my collector. Sorry. Sleepin does. He actually showed it in uh, one of his live videos. And he's like, "Look, I got these 4. If you can grab them, grab them." Like he's like, "It's only $90 or $130," and I'm like, "Where is it for 130?" I couldn't find it. One that I think might be G, you got this, or someone else got it in a giveaway was.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Ooh, yeah.
I
D
would
loves Moon Knight.
I would love to get all his Moon Knights of past releases as well. That's one of my goals.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
And the last one that I got to share is Miracle Man number 0.
Oh, look at that. That looks familiar.
Nice.
Did you
Yeah.
guys see me this?
I think so. I think
think
that's the one
so.
that you have from the podcast.
Yeah. So I feel I'm showing it back to you. But
That's
all good.
cool.
I also have Miracle Man number 2. That's probably sitting at home. So I have a wall at home that all the comic books are sitting there. And I usually do not move them around that much. They stay, and then I put them back in the short box, and then I just rotate things around. So excited. But that's my stash to share for today.
Oh,
Nice.
nice. You want to go
Yeah.
next, D, or you want me to go next?
Yeah, I guess I could go next. Just show a little bit. It's not it's just stuff that we got recently from the comic shop. That I'm starting to get into. So I'm gonna start off with this Marvel Zombies, the Black, White, and Blood, number 4. This guy here. And I don't know the storyline, so I've been trying to just collect them first, and then I'll probably read them.
Wow.
So you're buying it basically just cover based.
Yeah, I think after we got the Marvel Zombies on the VV app, then I started noticing the physicals, so I started collecting them. There's that. And I'm also liking Spider-Man 2099. So I got this one as well. There's a lot going on.
That's a zombie edition? Is that a zombie variant?
Beware the Zombie of 2099. Yeah.
Oh,
Interesting. That's cool. That is a busy
Yeah.
cover.
Yeah, see? There's like so much going on.
Yeah.
And also this one, Kid Venom Origins. This one here. Isn't that pretty sick though?
Yeah. That's just 1 or 2 characters, right? Like one background and one in the front.
Oh yeah, the kid. So maybe I'll hold it this way. There you go.
I love how you caught
Can you
that.
see it? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like a lot of comic books that I get, one of the main reason why I get it is because of the covers. They look really cool. And a couple more. And this one I got from T Collector 98. This is so cool. Wolverine.
Oh yeah, look at that. That's a nice cover.
Wow.
So I'm somehow drawn to a white background. One. It's like the secret rares of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like just the simple
Yeah.
things. Maybe a different color as back to is fine, but just one character, one background. No, not much other than that.
Yeah. I'm getting into the whole black, white, and red. And oh, okay. So this one is a local artist, and it's a Christmas special that we picked up. I didn't even know he did this until we went to the comic shop. So
Oh,
this
it's
is
Pineapple
Pineapple
Man.
Man. Yeah, the
Pineapple Man
Christmas
is Santa
special.
Claus.
I think Chris Severs would love this one too.
Nice.
Yeah, I like Campos is a really good artist. I like him.
Yeah, and then in the back is this.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, there's a back. This is not like an advertisement back.
No, he tries to put his art on both sides of the covers.
Yeah, so this one is
I have one signed book from him, which is the Hawaiian Avenger. I think you got a copy of that one too, didn't you, Guri?
No.
Kawasaki.
Oh, we gave you Madame Pele. We gave you one of those, though, I think.
Yeah, we gave him a local one, I believe.
No, I know. I
No?
think it was in the same session where you gave it to someone else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know who exactly, but I remember it came up.
Mm.
And I'm gonna share a slab as
Uh-oh.
my last one. So this one, Hinano actually got. He won it, but he gave it to me. Look, bam!
What?
Oh, that is a beautiful
Oh,
foil.
beautiful.
That's amazing.
I know, right?
Where are
I'm
you
so proud of
hanging
this.
these? Are you displaying them? Lee?
So we have boxes. We don't have room on our wall.
No, we have room. We just haven't put anything on the walls yet. Our walls are
Yeah.
white like a secret rare.
And we gotta figure out. Well, this one for sure will be going on the wall, but yeah, we need more room. We don't have enough room on the walls, but
Yeah.
that's my show and tell for today.
Yeah, usually when friends come over, that's when I get very ornery and I start pulling out some really cool books like my Ultimate Fallout 4 and all that stuff. But it looks like it's my turn. I'll try not to take too long.
Thanks, Lee.
Did I take too long? My bad.
No, but I might. So, but here's the first one. Wolverine number 2, which is a key. It's the second ongoing issue of Wolverine's run. I think you guys know who that is right there, Silver Samurai. So, book is in really good condition, by the way, you guys. Yeah, check that out. Vibes, I know you're in the crowd. Check that out right there. And then this one right here, this is my old collection right here. Darkhawk 37. This is when Venom almost kills Darkhawk again. And then they go
Wow.
after the Seeker. But I just like
That's
this
a cool cover.
old cover.
So pause. How old is this book?
This is from the 90s. I think 92. I don't know. I got to go look.
30-year-old.
It's old. Super old.
Yeah, and I'm
Now-
surprised like the conditions of the books you had from when you were younger. I was like, wow, they're still in like really good shape.
Some of that went to California and came back, So.
Wow.
Yeah, I used to live in Costa Mesa, Guri. So
What? They made
yeah,
it all the way there. You took all your like a box.
not all, just some.
Some, okay.
Yeah, but anyway, so I don't know if you guys ever heard of a series called Something Epic from Image right here. This is a story of Danny Dillon. He's a kid who's an epic, and he reminds me of me as a kid. So basically, he has this wild imagination, but as an epic, you can see wondrous worlds that other people can't. It's a very seminal book, but I was really able to relate to this book, and so like, there's a lot of tropes in this book that remind you of like, see if that kind of looks like Hook, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, there's like a
Mhm.
lot of movie tropes
Wow.
in this series. This is like a series from Image that I really love reading. This is something that my LCS owner got me into right here, kind of like a homage of It.
Yeah, I like
So highly suggest you guys check this out if you're looking for a good read. I don't know about value, but like as for a read, and this is another example on how I have duplicate variants when I should just be buying one copy. So
that. Do you, if you read like a comic book 1 through 5, do you feel at that point like, hey, you want to keep them? Do you trade books? Do you sell them? What do you do if you don't like the story, or you feel like
See, that's a good question. So if I don't like the story, they're gone. They go.
and
In
you
fact,
just
I've given some away actually on this podcast. So
so give
uh,
away or trade it back with the comic book shop.
yeah, yeah. Or some of it has gone out into the raffles because also, like for me, like maybe the story sucked, but the cover was really beautiful.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
Yeah.
yeah, I kind of do that too, though. But it depends. It's a good question, though. Very good question. Now, you guys, I think you guys know what this is. This ain't a facsimile, by the way. This is a real deal.
What?
So,
What?
Batman Returns. Yeah,
It's your
and this
favorite
book is
guy?
in really great condition as well. You guys, check that out. Look at that.
What?
Yep.
Ooh.
So now here's something. Now this is not the one I got from Kenobi. This is one that I was able to score from my LCS owner on the south side of the island, and I don't think he realizes he sold this to me really cheap. So I bought a couple
Yeah,
copies of this,
that is sick.
which
What?
is
The first
the
This
sound.
sound?
first comic book
Mm-hmm.
with sound, Guri.
What? Only the first page, right? Not like every other page.
Well, I mean, yeah, only the first page. Yeah, only the first page. So, oh, I'll be right back.
It
Sorry.
reminds it reminds me of like one of those the birthday cards. You open it and it starts singing to you like
Right.
the happy birthdays.
Right.
But yeah,
Right.
that's cool. We're
My
gonna
camera
have to
back
buy
in
some more.
focus.
It's
Yeah, we can
like,
see your focus. Yeah.
you're-
Am I? Oh,
Mhm.
am I out of focus? Here.
now you
There.
are.
No, your
Okay.
focus.
For a while, it was blurry. Sorry about that, everybody. Almost done. Almost done.
It's okay.
Right here, I have. Now, okay. I'm not a fan of Tarzan, but if they dropped Princess of Mars, I would definitely buy the comic because I do have John Carter, Warlord of Mars #1. Uh,
Ooh.
Now this story takes place, I believe, in Princess of Mars chapter 27. So this is like excerpts of the actual book, and I've actually read Princess of Mars before. So that's why when the movie John Carter came out, I was so excited when it came out, and then I was bummed when it bombed, right? So, but yeah,
That's
John
cool.
Carter #1. Vivi, if you're watching, drop this instead of Tarzan, and you'll see this guy scoop it all up. So, I'm telling you, I'm telling
That's a 30-cent book. How old is that book?
you. It's old, man.
when was it 30 cents, right?
I don't really know when this came out, to be very quite honest, but look at the back. Check it out.
Oh,
Whoa.
$12.95 for a 3 cent.
Check that out.
Wow.
So, yep.
It's
So-
cool to see like different advertisements back in the day on the back of the comic books, the
Okay,
old
wait.
ones.
Almost done. So, one of my favorite Alex Ross covers, a homage to Action Comics 1. This is Action Comics 1050, which I
Nice.
believe is after Dark Crisis, and this is the start of the dawn of DC. This is the story when Lex Luthor erases everyone's minds of Superman. So everyone
Hmm.
forgets who Superman is. And I think certain people, if they remember who Superman is, they start having a heart attack. So, but really good story. And this is where I started my journey back into DC was 1050. But love this book. One of my favorite Alex Ross covers. And then this is not the real deal, but I'm in the same thought as Kenobi. We can't get these books anymore. That's accessible. So the facsimile is the best. And go Google this facsimile. Go see how much this facsimile is worth. It ain't worth $5. I can tell you that.
Right.
But yeah, something I also like. And then this is a cool one right here. The Death of Blue Beetle
Nice.
gets his
Oh,
neck
wow,
snapped.
that's a nice cover.
Okay, wait. Almost done. Almost done. Three more. So I got my slabs right here. This is from Kenobi's show. This is actually
Oh,
the
yeah.
kids. This is the kids, and the kid will never forget this slab. I won't say why, but this is the kid's slab, and she'll always remember it because of the show. Oh
That's
yeah, by the
cool.
way, it's I believe it's a reprint of Turtles #1.
Oh, nice.
That's a
Yeah.
nice one.
Just
So
black, white, and red?
Mhm.
yeah, black, white, and red.
It's an uncommon
So
or rare.
I tried to barter with her. I was like, come on, I mean, like, you already took my Power Rangers. Why don't you take one of Dad's spot? No, I want it. So this is the kids. This one's pretty cool right here. Spider-Man 2099
Nice.
Verge.
Oh, that's sick.
That's sweet.
It's a beautiful cover, and I'm
Yes,
like I'm
sweet.
like you. I love the clean white right here. This is
Mm.
Frobro. This is the one I was showing you the other night, Frobro. So yeah, sick
I
cover.
gotta get one of these.
And then me, I'm a big fan of like Nintendo and 8-bit and side scrollers. So D and I did a swap. I gave her the Wonder Woman 1, and she gave me her Spider Boy #1 with
What?
the 8-bit variant right here. You got like Squirrel Girl on here, and yeah, it's pretty cool.
I've never seen that cover.
It's super cool, man.
Yeah, I
So,
never seen it until
You saw it.
Kenobi show. Yeah.
yeah.
So
Look at that. Look at that.
Wow, now it
cool though.
exists.
So
Track it down. John
So
Carter, Warlord of Mars, #1, 1977, May 31st.
Oh, you Googled it. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my show and tell. I would have showed more, but we're gonna have Webby live on Sunday, so I'm gonna share some of the collection that we got from Kenobi. Yeah, man. That's why she loves that book so much. Can't peel her off the thing, Kenobes. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, that's my collection right there. And yeah, I don't know. What you guys think?
Love it.
Yeah, that was cool. I love seeing you guys. I love seeing other people's collections. I mean, there's so much books out there. For me personally, and I think some of you know, I love DC a little bit more than Marvel. And Wonder Woman is my favorite, but since being in Vivi, yeah, I'm really liking like the Peach Momoko covers. So I'm trying to collect all her collection, um, as well as Moon Knight and oh, what's the other thing, hon? I forgot. There's like three things that I've been like collecting.
Nicoletta Balderi?
No, I mean she's a good artist too, but not so much herself. But Peach Momoko, Moon Knight, and
Wonder Woman. I
Wonder
mean,
Woman. I guess.
this. Okay. I mean, you guys know VK, right? Vivi Knight. Well, Vivi Knight hooked her up with a sweet collection of Superman and Wonder Woman vintage comics,
Yeah.
like boxes, Guri, like
Mhm.
boxes, like
Mhm.
a huge box full of comics. Like she got a deal off of it. They're all in great condition,
Hmm.
and so she's got like, if anything, Dee's got a really big DC vintage collection now of Wonder Woman and Superman.
Yeah, and I think some of them are dupes. So I was thinking to put those like together and do as giveaways of the ones I have duplicates of.
And do you guys as a individually or as a team do you decide like hey, if you want to submit any of those for making them a slab?
Yeah, so I've never really submitted before. I need to because I hear it's cheaper than that. A
Yeah.
lot of times I'll do trades with people here, or people that we buy comics from. We do trades from,
Hmm.
or online, whatnot. Sometimes I'll go buy from Kenobi's store or other people's stores. So, but I'm pretty ching. I'm pretty cheap. So like I literally wait till I see a deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just so like whatever money I spend, I know, okay, well, I will get a return on this.
Yeah.
And I love it. I have to
Mhm.
love it. I don't want to buy anything that I don't love,
Correct.
So
Yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah. I think for a while, when we went to the comic shop, my whole my whole thought process was whatever comics were on Vivi that I was gonna get one to match it. But then I'm like, okay, first of all, that's crazy because I don't have that much money to spend like on certain stuff. Like I have a budget for comic books,
Right.
and some of them like I don't even know what the story is. So like, why would I collect something if I'm not really interested in reading it? I'm just gonna keep it in a box collecting air and dust. So, anyways, yeah.
so I got a question for you too. we've shown each other's our collections. We kind of have an idea what people like. Like Guri is a big fan of Scotty and Peach. I love Peach as well, but I kind of diversify in the artists. I love Alex Ross, you know, Michael Turner, Rest in Love, you know, stuff like that, right? But now, if you had to choose just on a character alone, one character, who would that be, and who would you collect? We'll start with you, Guri.
Character. I think it just default. I like Spider-Man, so Amazing Spider-Man comics. But I've not really read more than Spider-Boy 1, right? I've not read the second and third one. So um, might be I will like that whole series as well.
Good
Okay,
choice.
so if you only had one choice, like sorry, Mr. Guri, you can only collect one character, and that's what it is. So Spider-Man's the guy that you're gonna go to. What about you, D?
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman, all the way.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
no surprise here.
So you see, this question kind of like, see, Batman's my favorite character, right? I love Batman, but this question eludes me because I don't know who I would want, because there's so many artists out there that I love their work on certain characters, like, you know, like Peach, right? I love Peach Momoko, so it's like, who would I want, right? Or Alex Ross. You know, there's a lot of variants that Michael Turner did that I love of Batman. I love sketch variants. I'm simple like that. I love the black and white, you know, the uncommon looking type of covers. So it's a question that I have a hard time answering because I don't know. I can't really. I mean, automatically I can say, "Oh, Batman," right?
Yeah.
Easy. Let's move on. I cannot answer that question right now because I don't know who that would be. To be very honest, it's something I really got to think about.
Hmm.
So
So
I
you,
can see
you're
that.
not answering your own question, basically.
yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. But I
Oh,
wanted to ask you guys my question. So go ahead, D.
sorry. I remember who the other one is that I'm starting to collect is Venom.
Oh, okay,
That was the one. Yeah. Okay.
nice.
Now the
So
show can go on.
now the show can go on. Okay, so next question now. So we've shown our uh, physical collections. Um, Before we move on to the digital question, what is your most prized possession in your physical collection right now?
Yeah, mine has to be the Spider-Boy one I just got.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, I got 4 raw books. I gave away 1 or 2, but I got 5. I gave 2. I still have 3, and I read that one, and then I decided that that's the one I want to uh, buy a signature one. So
Okay. What about you, D?
Um, I don't know. There's some I probably am forgetting, but I think there's a few that are like tied. So I can't say right now.
Okay. So my prized possession really has no form of value, probably to a lot of people here. And you know, I could say like, oh, my ultimate Fallout 4 is my prized possession, but for me, because I'm such a nerd when it comes to this stuff, Star Trek TNG #1 is by far
Mm.
my prized possession in my collection for me,
hmm.
just because of what that show did for me as a kid. Like I said, you know, I didn't grow up in around a lot of people. And you know, it was a strange time for me growing up, because usually when you hang out with a bunch of friends when you're at home, you get like some form of like camaraderie. I never had that till later. So my form of camaraderie was watching TV, watching groups of people do you know, heroic things. And so TNG was on every night for us in Hawaii on reruns, and so I watched TNG every night. So that's why it really hits to me, and that's my prized possession in my collection.
Is it is it
Mm.
is it sitting next to you somewhere?
You
Like
want to see it?
within reach? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'll come get it right now. No
Okay.
problems. Right there.
Yeah.
Right back.
So in the chats, Mark D says he probably likes Iron Man the best, but not because comics, but because Downey was so awesome as Tony.
Hmm.
Yeah, Iron Man is a popular guy too.
Correct.
And then Jeff says he used to have all the original series of fandom. Oh, Fathom, and signed by Michael Turner, but his mom threw it away. No.
Oh,
So I think parents nowadays probably know better to not do that
yeah.
compared to like our parents when we were younger. I mean, they weren't thinking about that, right?
Yeah, I went to US to study, and my mom gave away everything that I was collecting.
Mm,
And I
yikes.
tried so hard to find out who she gave them away to.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. So I grabbed two books
Woo-ha.
right here. Yeah, you can see that
Ooh,
right there.
nice.
Nice.
First
Yeah,
issue. Nice.
look at that with that big fat D. I call her the fat D right there. The biggest, fattest enterprise alive, and I love it. So
That is nice.
this is
Nice.
my, and it's a 9.0. I know it's a 9.0 for you 9.8 guys. I can't get a 9.8, but this is just as good for me. Yeah, this is like sitting next to like all my prize possession slabs versus the other ones I put it in a box and maybe they may give away our trades for later. But this one right here, and then I wanted to show you guys my favorite Michael Turner cover right here.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah. Look
Yeah.
how that.
And so this is the first appearance of modern age Supergirl. It's a very dark story. But yeah, I love this cover right here. Sketch variant.
Yeah, it's a
So
beautiful one.
That's a
yeah.
really nice one.
Love that one, you guys. So yeah, those are, if anything, those are like my prized possessions to me, right? Something
Yeah.
that I like. So, but now let's switch gears. Let's switch gears to the digital now, right? Because we've been collecting on Vivi, we've been collecting on Candy Digital. What are now the things that you're collecting? What are you looking for, Guri? If you were to go on the Vivi app right now, what are you buying? Are you buying up Scotty Young's?
Yes.
I think there's only a few Peach Momokos
Yes.
on the app, and I've got the same ones as well. But like, what is your what does your comic books look like on Vivi? What is the most you have?
So I definitely have a bunch of Scotty Young books. And then somehow magically I find out that there was one book that I didn't have. I think it was Black Panther. And then I tracked it down. And I think I got one. But as soon as it reaches the 10, 15, $18 mark, then I'm like, again, maybe I'm wired differently. I'm like, one of this book or eight of those other books.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I love stacking. I've been like, if I have free time, I just go look for 3-digit mints, and I'll be picking up like some common ones for dollar 50. You know,
Mm.
thank you very much. So um,
I know what you mean, man. Like I seen like there was like the recent Hulk comic drop for $1. They were flooring it for $1, and I missed it. So
yeah, I think, but I don't know why it is, but I'm drawn towards uncommon. I just love,
me too.
maybe because it simplifies the complex older covers by just highlighting one or two in a color and everything else is gray. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I like them. Of course I like the secret rare, but I cannot, again, as maybe it's genetic, I cannot put that much money in one book,
Yeah.
which I just did for a physical. So I don't know what I'm saying, but
It's
um,
okay. We say a lot in the comic world, right?
so I just contradicted myself. uh, but yeah, the Scott, I like secret rare covers, but there's a lot of books. Maybe it's Tales of Suspense that has a uncommon or a rare that's like that looks like a. I think it's uncommon that looks like a secret rare, and I'm like buying that one, right? Um,
Mm.
so I just love, and I love and love amazing. Not of course the Amazing Fantasy 15, which I had to sell to acquire something else. But I'm hoping that
Well, you only had one copy.
no, I sold it at a higher price. Now the price is lower, so I'm like hoping.
That makes
Right
sense.
now, right now the goal is to complete the London Police set. Once I complete that set with the same mint number, and it's not gonna be the mint number I collect because they only release 222 222 mints. So I It doesn't go to my 415 mint. So I am stuck with a lower mint, but I think I can get all of them if I can sell the one that's sitting on the floor right now. So
Ooh, good luck.
then Amazing Fantasy 15, and yes, and while we are talking about VV, I love candy too. I mean, I've been
Yes.
collecting like
Yeah.
there. I
What
love.
have you been collecting on candy?
I'm a big fan of 88 and 888 mints. People are flooring that for like $10, $8, $15. I'm like, I will take your 88s any day because I did the research. All of these companies are dropping amazing books, right? They're not dropping crappy books, right? Even crappy books is worth a lot more in real world, so in physical format. And I don't know why
Yes.
people are like selling them for $2, 250. But I will floor mine for 350 if I'm gonna buy one for $5 or $6, just 3 copies down, right? I'll upgrade for $2, $3 any day. So yeah, a lot of repeat numbers, triple sevens, triple eights, double eights, 55. So
Four,
and my collection is
find them.
missing.
What's that?
415s if you can find them.
I have a couple. I have about 3 of them, and I got one that was just random. This is before you could see the mint number. Now you can see it in candy. Those
Yeah.
days, I think I just randomly picked some cheap one, and
Yeah.
when I found out that whoa, I have a 415, I'm going like meant to be. So
Yeah, yeah, you're lucky. Yeah, I did the same thing. I wasn't into like trying to figure out what it was, so I never really considered mint numbers when they were palm. But then when they
Mhm.
moved over and migrated to candy, I realized I had like some really low mint comics. Like I have a Detective Comics number 38 0. And I didn't know mint 0 was number 1, right? Mint 0. So
you
Wow.
yeah,
zero.
I've
Did
got
you
a 0 of first appearance of Robin. So
did you drop or did you just randomly pick one up in the market?
and those guys that are like they pocket watch. I had guys reach out for me for that comic, be like, "Hey, I hear you got mint 0. How much you want for it?" I'm like, I threw it up there for some ridiculous price, right, as a flex.
Yeah,
Just like on say another good example, right? Like Vivi, I got 1977 Return of the Jedi. Yes, that is not the year the movie came out, but 1977 is the year Star Wars was sealed in everyone's brains as a legacy, right?
correct.
So I have that one, and even that one too. People were like reaching out to me left and right. Hey, you want to sell that? And I the same thing. I have it thrown on the floor for some ridiculous price as a flex, right? But
Yeah,
you know, before I didn't know I had any of these things, and so now we have them, right? And that's not the only thing. I also have some really low. I think I have like a mint 3 and stuff like that. So that's what I love
Wow.
about candy is they don't hold back the mints. They give it to you versus
yeah,
like on VV they hold back the mints. Whatever. I know
Mhm.
it's like we've had that conversation before. That's not what this is about. But like what I'm saying is, just being able to have mint 0
yeah.
is phenomenal, right? Like how can you say like, hey,
Mhm.
this was the first one that came out of all of them, right?
Right,
So
right. Tell me a
yeah.
little bit more about what are you guys collecting on VV? Or might be Hinano, maybe you did not answer that question.
No, I can. So like before I was collecting a bunch of stuff. I was stacking a bunch of stuff and some of that stuff has been overinflated and I'm a little underwater on it, but now I've been very strategic of what I've been buying. So like they're dropping all these Silver Age keys, like X-Men 1 through whatever, right? I make sure I buy at least the first 4 because I ain't chasing SRs anymore because the mints have come down on these ultra rares. You can get ultra rare now between like 500, 300 mint versus now a secret rare now you can get from like 188 to 150, right? And that's still scarce. But like I think these ultra rare covers, these exclusive covers of these old books will have some value because not only are they new and fresh, they are still those old books,
Correct.
just with a
Mhm.
different cover,
Right,
and they are low mint. So I've
right,
been collecting a lot of ultra rares, a lot of rares, and I always, no matter what comic, even if I don't like the comic and it's a butt ugly cover, I always collect an uncommon 3-digit. I
okay,
have a huge collection of uncommon 3 digits
nice,
Mm.
and that's because I mean like I just showed you guys, right? I love sketch variants, right?
right,
So now when it comes to my prized possessions, I actually have it pulled up right here. I have 2 comics.
Right.
two comics that I consider prized possessions. And here's the funny part. They're not Silver Age keys because, like I said, I'm forward thinking. I like to think about the future. And so my two grails that I feel like I hold in VV is Ultimate Fallout 4 and Spider-Boy Spider-Man 7, which is the first appearance of Spider-Boy right there. Those are the
Nice.
two coveted secret rares that I feel one day will have a lot of value because of the character.
Right.
You know,
Mm.
and if I've been reading Spider-Boy, I'm loving the character. I'm loving where they're taking him. I love how he came out of nowhere and people are like, who the hell is that? Who the hell is this guy? Right. You know, I love that. And
Right.
so that speaks to me, as well as Miles Morales. I love that character. I love what they're doing with him. I love the backstory of the character. So all that plays pivotal roles for me in terms of what I find valuable to me. So those are my two grails that I hold for comics, even though I have 1,300 comics. What about you, Guri? What is your coveted comic? And it can be more than one.
I gotta pull that up. It's probably it's gonna be a Spider-Man for sure.
Oh, in chat, don't go anywhere because we're talking about comics. D and I are going to give away a physical tonight.
Well, I love the entire 5 collection comics of Silver Surfer Black #1.
Yes, that's one of my
Ooh,
favorites too.
that's
Yes.
D's
Rock on.
favorite.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta find a way to get those physicals. That's by far I feel that's like must be decorating part of the house with that.
I actually have a Silver Surfer Black, and so does D in
What?
slab form.
What?
Yeah.
I don't have
So
all 5.
D has the cover A variant, and I have which one do I have? I have the secret rare.
And here's another one that I would like to get a really nice copy or just a poster. Let's see if I can.
Oh yeah,
Oh
Carnage.
yes.
361. Amazing Spider-Man Uncommon. It definitely looks better on the phone than on my camera here, but
No, all good.
it's just amazing. And for a while, I had that as my avatar or photo.
Nice.
And then I like, of course, Scotty Young, no doubt about it. I like this one, House of M #1. I don't know how to explain it. This
Oh yeah, there you go.
this
Hmm.
face like breaking up into chunks that look like Lego pieces. Yeah, but it's just like breaking away. That's
It's
lovely.
it's almost like she's like physically, like telepathically, she's like generating those cubes, right?
Right.
So
Or she's leaving one plane and going to another
that's a good one.
real uh, plane. Uh,
Look at that. Jeff said his Grail comic is Hulk #1. Congrats. Hey Jeff, I don't know if you knew this. You probably do, but you won the Superstars giveaway of the Action Comics. You know, of the Superman statue. You know, the
Yeah,
NFT.
that's
Big
right.
congrats, man. Yeah, it was yeah, you won that.
Yeah, that
So
was awesome.
yeah, big congrats to
Yeah.
this guy. The comic man won something, and this is like I don't even have one, man. So big congrats to you.
1050. I like Ghost Rider comic covers. I feel that anything that has like an orange, I'm drawn to. Lot of rare comics in my portfolio. Um,
That's good for MCP, right? And now MCP is kind of like at the forefront these days. So
yeah, if I can get all 5 of these books, I would like to get it. It's also 361, but I think it's the rare comic. Has a Spider-Man that's in a. Yeah, I'm not sure if you
there
can
we
see
go. Put that up. Here we go.
where's
Which one is it?
this one.
The Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
it's
Okay.
it's the same. It's the same comic, different cover of the 361. Oh, my app crashed. Wonderful.
Yeah, it happens. It happens, doesn't it?
Many comics. And I have like 260 comics and it still crashes.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. Um, what about you, D? What is your? Oh, D's
You
gonna
got
show us. D's gonna show us. Hold on. Here we go.
dun, 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 dun.
Okay, so mainly because of the cover, but this is like one of my favorite. I
Yep.
just love the colors, like the way he is on the board. It's like I don't know, it's just beautiful. This one here. Um Another one, uh
Here, I'll show
Is
you
it
where was
guys.
rude
it?
to buy a comic while you guys are talking?
What's that?
No, no, not at all.
What did he say?
He said, "Is it rude to buy a comic while you guys are talking?" I said,
Oh,
"Nope."
go for it.
Yeah, do your
What are you
thing.
buying? What are you buying?
I don't have the ultra rare Silver Surfer one.
Oh.
I don't know. But hey, no one watching should buy that one. I'm watching you guys.
It's on the floor for 12 gems and 25 frags.
It is going to be bought.
Go for it. Go.
No.
Yeah, look at all that. It's all so pretty.
Why not?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite
Oh,
in the
I'm sorry, I
VBF.
forgot to mention Oz. This is not for overseas. It's only for US. I'm so
But I
sorry.
do have an Light Parade NFT comic book for the
Okay.
rest of the chat.
So if anybody from overseas wins, they'll get the Light Parade instead of the regular comic. Yeah. Sorry, man. Got to save on shipping. so, um, so that's your coveted comic right there.
Yeah. I mean the
Nice.
whole line, but the ultra rare is my favorite.
Yeah, man. It costs almost $35 to send a comic to you. So, just saying.
I love also like on VV the one of one artwork, but I mean I don't participate in it because the auction like starts at 1,500 most times. But what they come out with is so nice.
So let me ask you this:
Hmm.
Has any one of you thought about like pooling a bunch of people together, starting an LLC, and just buying it as a group?
No.
No.
Okay.
I know, like, so I believe like Chris Severs and Denis, they would go together on certain pieces,
Yeah.
specifically certain pieces with certain mint numbers that have like certain dates on it. And I think they went on a first appearance of Sandman comic, something similar like that though.
Hmm.
But no, I never really thought about it. What about you? Have you been thinking about maybe compiling a group collective together to go
So
in on something?
I'm part of a collective that owns a theater in Oakland. So that is a LLC. It has got a framework, and then we own the theater as a everybody has a share in
Okay.
said business. Uh, and then there are some things in the bylaws or in the rules of the LLC that says that you cannot sell your share to someone else. You have to sell it to someone within as the first right of refusal. And if no one wants to buy your share, then you can sell it outside. So there is a onboarding process. So it's a little complex, but it's setting up like a entity that buys and you are part owner of the entity. So you have like a 5% stake or 2% stake. If it's 50 people, it's 2%. If it's 10 people, it's 5%. It's 10%. So I mean, it can be done, but if someone has to take lead into it, and then it's a long run. It's not something you can just hop on, hop off. You really have to commit to it.
I think for me, for this type of stuff, it would be really cool if by some chance you actually win the bidding and they give you also a physical with it. I mean, like, I don't see the problem with that because it's one,
Yeah,
and you're going to spend a bunch of money on it anyway. So it'd just be cool to have them both, in my opinion, right? If not, maybe Vivi send us like a little iPad that has it digitized on there, right?
right.
You
And that's
know,
one of the reasons I don't go for these. I really like Scotty Young on his website has a section that just says daily sketches or just his painting or drawings. Of course, so does all the other amazing artists that are out there. London Police charges a lot more for one of one pieces. So does Gondek charges a crazy amount for his pieces. He drops like 10 one-on-one pieces, and I swear you're not, like within 12 seconds they're sold out. I mean, by the time you even click, it's gone. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's another piece coming.
Yes, I mean, I'm not even. It's not even worth it because by the time I load his website, it's sold out.
Jeez.
Wow.
That's good though,
Sheesh.
because that kind of like solidifies your conviction in that artist, right? Because if that artist is selling out within seconds of launch,
Yeah.
then you know right there, not only will you have a form of value if you actually copped one, but that artist is prevalent out there, right? And has value in his work. So
Yeah. I want to support artists. I mean, I definitely will spend money outside of the VV ecosystem and give them the money directly, and then I have a one of one. And I've talked to some of the other artists that have been, and I'm negotiating, and or some of those pieces are very expensive, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to put that much money in one piece.
yeah,
Mm.
got you.
True. What was I gonna say? I was gonna show. Oh, sorry, my bad. Go ahead. I was
Oh.
gonna show something.
Well, I was gonna move on because we got a giveaway to do, and then also Guri, I think you had a little game you wanted to implement. Am I right?
Yes, we'll do that towards the end. So whoever sticks around gets to participate.
We'll participate.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not even going to even do last calls on this. So who's ever entered now, which is
How
only a
many
few of you.
entries?
There's only 3, so good luck.
Yeah.
Although if Oz wins, he gets an NFT. Richard! Congratulations, Richard. D
Congratulations.
and Richard's one of few from us in the past. We have your address, Richard. Show Richard what. By the way, because we didn't tell anybody, Richard can pick 4 or 1 out of the 4 comics that we're going to show right now. You should have entered, guys.
So the first one is Avengers Beyond 1, which is this one.
Ooh, that's nice.
See that? Or we have Black Adam, the first issue. I don't know. Did he? I think he got this one before. So I don't know if you want a duplicate. The Army of Darkness, 1979.
Oh, that's
Had
nice.
to throw a movie variant in there.
Nice.
And last but not least, so this is Fantastic Four number 25. And it's a tribute, rest in power, Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther.
Whoa.
So, Richard, let us know in the comments which one you want, and we have your address. We'll send it out to you, fam. Congratulations. Also, we have Kid Arcade in the chat. What is up, Kid Arcade?
What's
Let's
up,
go.
Arcade?
Kid Arcade. Thank you, Kid Arcade.
And then I have the Light Parade NFT comic too.
Oh, you want to give that away too?
Yeah, can
Okay.
do that.
Right.
So Guri, choose. You can make the selection of what we're giving away, either an X-Men, Avengers, or Incredible Hulk, and they'll be going to the chat.
X-Men.
X-Men. Okay.
All right.
So let me pull up what it looks like.
How's about I run the giveaway one more time, or should we just have the 2 people left? What do you want, D?
We should
yes. Let
people
more people enter.
All right. D is kind. Hold on.
You can see the screen.
That's fine.
So
They can see how I do this.
Oh, okay.
That's okay, Chris. That's okay. Hold on, buddy.
You can enter for this if you want, Chris.
Let me remove that. Oh, wait. What's going on here?
Oh, we're 3.
Yeah, some StreamYards did a weird thing. Sorry.
Adro's gonna.
What?
The Adro's like, I'll fight Oz for it.
I want to see that. Okay, here we go. All right. Enter that in the chat.
enter, and it's gonna be this one after Hinano's done. He can show what the winning is.
Right here.
So that's the X-Men comic book cover done by Arcade. Thank you for choosing that for us, Guri. X-Men Light Parade.
Yep. And if you guys still stick around, there may be something else, but yeah, you have to wait. Hashtag soon.
Good luck.
Good luck, everybody. I'll give you guys a few moments right here. Give me a minute. Maybe I'll put
Is there more than 3 people?
There's more than 3 people.
Okay. Ooh, we have 4.
Yeah. No. I think there's 6. So
Okay.
yeah.
Did you enter, Guri?
I did. I'm like, what?
Yeah, there you go.
Do you have this one?
Enter.
I don't think I have this one.
Okay. Well, if you don't get chosen, you'll still get one for
All
coming on
right,
the
here we go.
podcast.
The suspense.
Oh, perfect.
Well,
You don't want to
All
play
right.
it?
Nah, we got 7 people. You guys, 1 more minute. I'm going to run this giveaway. So we'll add that to the stage right there. 1 more
Alright.
minute.
1 more minute.
Guri, thanks for
Un
coming on
momento.
tonight and hanging out with us and chatting with us. Dee and
Yes.
I, we're trying to make Aloha Friday more back to kind of what we used to do, where we used to bring people up. We're not going to bring anyone up tonight, but coming next week and Aloha Fridays going forward, we will start dropping the link in the chats again to invite the public back up like we used to.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it'd be fun. It'd be fun to have a good chat with people again. But we'll do that next week. Also, guys, I want to remind everyone, Sunday we have WebV Live. Yes, Oz, we are having WebV Live, and we are hosting it. Don't worry about that. You just need to show up with a glass of water and your voice. That's it. So
Glass of Pepsi Max.
put some Pepsi Max in you and let's go. But I don't know what time it is, but we're all set up for it already.
So
It's at 12:30.
Okay.
next Friday also on, right?
Oh, yes.
Aloha Friday? Yeah.
Yeah.
We're trying to do it every Friday.
I will be joining from the islands. That'll be wonderful.
Oh,
that's
right. That's
I
right.
will
He's
be
going to
in
be
the
here.
same area code.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my
That's
gosh.
right.
Super excited. It's so everybody who's listening, I'm going for about a week to Honolulu. It was a pretty cheap fare, $99 on Alaska, one way. So round trip about 200.
Nice.
That's the
And
deal.
That's awesome.
That's the deal. Yeah.
so
And FF fun fact, we are trying to work it out to where we can meet Guri next week. I'm glad I talked to him tonight because I thought he was coming the following week and we would have missed him. So
yeah. True.
yeah, I just gotta
duet.
work with my schedule. But yeah, who knows? Maybe we'll have Aloha Friday together. We'll see. We'll see what day we can get out there.
Ooh.
But if we do come out there, Guri, we're probably just gonna come for the day.
Yes. that'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. So, but let's run this giveaway, you guys. Let's go. Good luck.
Good luck.
Fingers
Who's
crossed.
it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
No!
Osmond Collect 63.
Let's go.
He just came too. Congrats,
Hey,
man.
and he got to win something. So congratulations, Oz. Send us your wallet address and we will get
I
that
have your
to
wallet.
you, my friend. Oh, we have it?
We
Oh,
have his
shoot.
wallet.
What is going on with StreamYards? It's doing weird stuff.
It doesn't want you to choose a certain thing.
Anyways, so there you go, guys. Congrats. And by the way, someone left me a comment saying that we buy viewers. Get out of here. Come on. You know, it's called
Thank you guys
paying
for
it
your
forward.
purchase.
You guys don't understand what paying it forward is, and go find out. Gosh. Some people in this
Pay
community
per
trip me out. Anyways,
Too much time on their hands, I swear.
yeah. So
Anyway.
yeah, this has been a really great conversation, and I'm glad that thank you for coming on tonight, Guri, for talking to us about my favorite thing in the world, which is comic books.
Yep.
Anything
And
else you want to
unboxing.
talk about? And unboxing.
Yes.
Yes. Next time we got to have like a really cool unboxing, ceremony. Was it David? You?
Yep, you got it.
What's that?
Yeah, I know. I lost. What is that?
Was that?
No, the person that messaged you like you're buying viewers.
Oh
It
gosh.
was
Yeah.
not-
No.
Yes.
David doesn't message us.
Yeah, he doesn't have
Yeah,
time to troll us.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I appreciate the time, but I do have one last bit. I want
Mhm.
to open it for your listeners. Um,
I'm gonna
so
put you on solo.
yes, so most of you know that, or if you don't know, now you will. I collect Mint 415, and the background story was very simple. I joined and I wanted to collect something really nice and amazing like Mint 88 or Mint 111, and I was fighting against some big money people for those mints. I would never get those mints unless I randomly got one on a drop, which I never got a drop anyway. So um, and then one day I saw a 415 and I'm like, yeah, I'll take that. That's San Francisco area code. And uh, found another one and found another one. I'm like, hey, no one is wanting this mint. So, uh, and that's how it got started. I have 85 of mint 415s, mostly art pieces, stamps, or cars. And I'm doing like, and there's so many of you either who are part of this listener group or outside of this group who come and tell me, hey, I got a 415 that I picked up for you, and they sell it to me at a pretty reasonable price,
Nice.
or they just let me know there's one on the floor, go grab it, and I'm just totally blessed that there's so many people helping me with that. And what I want to do is give back in some ways. So this is a sort of like a game that I couldn't think of anything better. So this is the one I came up with. Everybody listening gets one guess. You already subscribe to the channel, hopefully. If you're subscribed to the channel, you get one guess of when do you think I'm going to reach number 100. It's most likely is going to be this year because we're already in February and I have 85. Um, so it clearly won't be next week because I'm not going to get 415s that fast, and I'm pretty selective. So um, what I would like for you to do is subscribe to definitely D and Hinano, send a message to all three of us or two of us or whoever, and say this is the date that you think I'm going to get to number 100. And the way I would like to reward the closest person, if you're right on the spot on the money, then there's going to be a bigger reward. But if you're
Ooh.
Oh,
closest one,
nice.
and the bigger reward will be some sort of the actual reward plus might be a slab of my choice. And if you are, and this is irrespective of where you are in this world, right? Getting the item to you is my responsibility. But based upon where you are and you are the closest guess, then I would like to create a bundle of either giveaways or um, a function of something related to your nearest comic book, or might be some gift certificate from an airline that you often fly, something that
Wow.
I'm interested in. But the package value of the reward should be should be $100 minimum. So and or close to $100, and because 100 collectible, $100, and that's how we're going to do it. And if you are spot on the date, then you get something special, like the $100 reward plus the slab. So send me, and my username is Gurifying. So it's just like purifying, but the G. And
Nice. There's
Dude.
already people entering.
Dude.
That's so wow. That's a great challenge.
This is
And-
called paying it forward right here.
yes, so
That's cool.
Man, you're
Uh,
awesome, Guri.
I love this, and this is my way of, I don't have my own channel, so I kind of have to sometimes bug you both and say, hey, give me some airtime. So
Anytime.
Anytime. That's what the podcast is for.
yeah. So help. I would like to keep it. If you're listening to this and you come upon this in a replay tomorrow, day after, send your guess. Don't go and broadcast it because I want it to be a little closer group
Yeah,
of
yeah.
friends. So I'm not gonna put it on my Twitter either, because if I put it on Twitter, then someone tweeted, and then I got all kinds of people from never heard of them. They're like
Yeah.
writing to me, and that happened to me the very first time I was trying to give away something from Japan. People were like writing to me. I'm like, wait, you're not even my friend.
The
It's
vultures
just
come
when they
out.
hear freebies, right?
The
Freebie.
vultures come out.
Yeah.
So
That's okay.
yeah, you have to be following D and Hinano, or this particular podcast
I appreciate that, Guri.
channel, and and uh, one guess, please. So don't make it like multiple guesses. Put your best guess. Clearly, it's not going to be this month. So I'm averaging about 3 or 4, at least one a month. So 3 or 4 in a good month. So we're looking at sometime this year. I should uh, get to 100. So
Wow.
Okay.
Exciting,
So
you
the
guys.
people that are watching, be on the lookout when you see 415 as well. Then you'll know, Guri's gonna get closer to his goal.
Yep.
yeah, and you have to be a special. If you sell me a 415 or point me to one, then you become part of my group, and then part of my group gets unwritten utility or, or gifts from other parts of the world.
Yeah,
So
that's awesome.
so there's ways to. This is my way of returning back. A lot of you guys do so many things for your communities. I see Kid Arcade. I see you guys both in Hawaii do this. I see, of course, I see Osmond Collects. So many folks. I've been following amazing people right from the start. Some people have dropped off, but my collectibles, of course, superstars. And of course, uh, Rob and all those folks that have disappeared at times, but Kid Arcade and uh, Vibes and Sleep In. God, there's so many. It's like I can go
Yeah.
on and on. But there's no way I can not give to everybody, but I can give it to one of the listeners or part of the family.
Yeah. One of the community members. And I love that you said community, because that's exactly what we're trying to do. And D and I didn't really realize what we were trying to do. We do what we do in real life, and this is really serious. So like in real life, D and I bring people together. Like a good example is, say we go to the beach, we call one person, that one person ends up bringing like 10 people, which brings up 20 people, and then we end up having a gathering. This
Right.
has kind of like been our forte in our life, where it's like we plan something, people show up. And so this is just, we're doing the same thing here virtually, where we're hanging out, we're planning stuff, and the community shows up. And we didn't really think we were building a community, and it's just nice to know the community wants to come and hang out with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like you, when people come and hang out, I'm a person that likes to pay it forward. It's always been my thing. I'm the guy behind you in like the drive-through that, or I'm sorry, I'm the guy in front of you. I'm sorry, not behind you, in front of you, that'll pay for your meal and drive off. You know what I mean?
Nice.
And not think of it. And I don't want recognition. That's the one thing that I hope you guys realize. I am not a recognition person. You'll never hear me say, "Oh, I did this, you guys. Check this out," right? That's not why we do what we do. And I'm assuming you're similar. You're just paying it forward, giving back to the community, and so forth like that.
Yeah, I'm. There's so many people that do amazing things and they don't say anything about what they do, and that's totally awesome.
Yeah.
You'll see often, like randomly, I'll put, if I'm donating money to food bank, I'll be like, let me put it out there for someone else who's donating money to their food bank, right? I'll send them a comic on the house, right? You donate to your food bank, I give you the comic. It's usually a brand new comic. So I would love to see that. That's what it's all about is, can you, we love to buy things with $40, $80. We're dropping money like left, right, and straight. Can you drop $5 or $10 to your food bank, right? And then I'll pay it forward and give you a comment, right? We'll do stuff as it gets closer to Christmas time. I like to ask people who have like friends or kids that they know of that are not getting Christmas gifts. We'll send them gifts out of nowhere, right? They
Yeah.
don't. I don't know them. Happy to do it. That's all.
Yeah.
That's what money is for. I feel is to help people. If you don't help,
Yeah,
you can't take the money with you. So you know that.
true. True.
Yeah. But it's nice. It's nice. You're doing good in this world that has a lot of bad in it. You know what I mean? This world has a lot of bad in it, and at least we're all trying to be some form of light within it. So big
Right.
congrats to you, man, and good luck for anyone trying to do what Guri just explained to you. Um, we're pretty much going to close it out soon. Well, actually, can I share one thing? I want to share one thing
Hmm.
with you guys really quick. Something that happened that I just want to share real quick, you guys. So this happened. D and I started another YouTube channel.
What the?
What the flick?
What the flick?
What
We
the heck?
did you know that, Guri? Did you know we started another YouTube channel?
No, I just. This is the first alpha I'm getting on this. Right?
Yeah. So we've been wanting. We've done movie reactions on the podcast before. It's something that D and I have always wanted to do. I used to watch a bunch of YouTubers back in the day, like the Real Rejects, all the time, and I love this stuff. So we decided to do it on our own. And the reason why we started a new channel is because it's a very slippery slope with this stuff, right? Because you're dealing with copyrighted content.
Hmm.
And so we don't want to jeopardize the podcast. And this is kind of separate from Deco, which is digital collectibles.
Hmm.
So we said, okay, you know what? This is like a little side project, a little fun project. We started a new channel. We dropped our first episode of What the Flick, which we did a movie reaction to Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. I didn't realize people would watch it. And last time I looked, like before we started, there was like at least 50 people. Now I know that isn't like astronomical numbers, but I thought we would get like maybe 3 people to watch it. You know,
But there's how many views?
there's like 50 plus views.
Oh wow,
I
So
saw
that's cool.
something. I saw something about this today or yesterday. It came up on my Twitter thing, and I thought you were just dropping something about hey, new Ghostbuster drop that VV's doing. I went on the VV blog looking for it, and we're like, where is it? Where is this Ghostbuster?
Well, that would be cool, but
yeah,
no.
well, I mean, hint, VV. We want more Ghostbusters. I want a proton pack to go with like the
Yeah,
ghost
we
trap,
need
but
that.
but yeah, no, this is just something new. We're not trying to scout viewers. If you guys aren't into this, no worries, but this is something D and I are going to do on this separate channel. We'll definitely share it through the podcast, but it's just like a little side project. We don't know where this will go, but we had fun making this, and this isn't hard to make for me. This is like maybe 30 minutes of producing and it's done.
Oh,
So yeah, if you
that's
guys want to like watch us look like fools while we react to movie trailers, this is our separate channel called What the Flick.
who wants to start a channel that reviews the review of movies? we
Well, I
review.
think I
We
think
review.
someone does a review of people reviewing I think products. I think there's someone that does that um
Right.
on YouTube.
You know
That-
who was reviewing products was they were I
Oh,
seen her on
Mel.
Rob's. Yeah, Mel. She
Yeah.
reviews a bunch of Amazon products. I don't know if you know who Mel is, Guri, but she used to be on Superstars a lot. She helped them create their Discord,
Hmm,
and I believe her first appearance on YouTube was on Rob Stuff's channel.
hmm,
But I think she's kind of like stepped away from the space, like a bunch of others. Although I see a lot of people trickling back in slowly.
yeah.
Um, but she does a lot of Amazon reviews, and I watched one of her reviews, and it was like a Bluetooth holder for your phone, and I got the thing for like $15. It's such a phenomenal product. So I continued to watch her, and she did an interview with Supergirl. Who is it? Sasha Cali?
Huh.
Yeah, it's random stuff that pops up. She'll do a review about Amazon. Oh, by the way, I'm interviewing Supergirl tomorrow. I'm like, you interviewed Supergirl, and she did. I don't know
Nice.
how she did it, but she
Huh.
had an interview with that actress on her channel. So
That's cool.
little FF fun fact there. But
Huh. That is there like a pattern to this, like where product is related to the actress or actor?
I don't know. Maybe they're friends, and maybe she asked for a
Hmm.
favor. It was like completely random.
Oh.
But I just remember seeing that, and I just remember this community member that used to be in our community. Let's talk about the community real quick because I've noticed Chad from NFT Pirates. He's slowly coming back.
Yep.
There's other YouTubers slowly coming back. I can only imagine the likes of Johnny Dunn and all these other guys. They're gonna come back. All the old YouTubers that have been in hibernation are gonna come back. I mean, I think Chad said it best. He said, well, he didn't really, he had a family life and he had a kid. And so that's very understandable job situation. But also the
Mhm.
space was dead. So I think my only thing is while the space was dead, a lot of us was still here making content.
Yeah.
I just hope when the big boys come back that they remember the little guys that were still making content. Right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. But having watched some of the spaces, I feel that it's almost like when you go to college and you have a class of 99, the class of 2000, class of 2001, the newer people have newer content creators that they look up to. And the people that were OG looked at those people. The newer people, they're like, who are these OGs? Their videos are outdated. All those videos
Mhm.
were like 3 years ago. It doesn't relate to the content that's happening now, the drops happening now, the economy that where it is now.
yeah.
Those videos are all pumping stuff like buy Batman at 5,000. It
Yeah,
doesn't.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. This is my price prediction. That's the one thing that I try to steer away from. I already said I never wanted to do news, and now we do the news every day. Um, but price predictions, I don't want to do that. I don't want to even get into that realm. I am not a financial advisor. This is not like a, stock channel or a crypto channel in that sense, right?
Yeah.
Go to the experts that watch the candlesticks every day. This is more of a community channel.
Yeah,
So
you guys have I feel that you have you bring such a wonderful spirit. You both. I watch Dee in her community updates. It just you have a certain calmness and certain. I call it island vibe. It just gives me a like, yeah, just slow down, man. Like,
chill out.
yeah, there's
Yeah.
no,
Just relax. You don't have to
no,
be so uptight. It's all good.
yeah,
You know?
it's not about flipping and making a quick buck. It's more about community building, and that's why
Mhm.
I like this. Of course, I like Joe and and Rob because they do. Rob does like really number crunching
Mhm.
spreadsheets, looking at valuations and stuff like that. That's some serious art there, or science, right? Art science.
Can I
Uh,
say something about Rob real quick?
sure.
I've said it before and I'm gonna say it again. Rob was the domino, and he doesn't get the praise for this. He was the domino that started it all. Because if Rob never opened up his live streams to the likes of My Collectibles and VV Vibes, we would have never had YouTube 2.0. I don't think My Collectibles would have even had a project and a community because then his community and project formed other communities, us,
Hmm.
which allowed us also to start doing this. When we went to Decon and we met MC, VV Vibes, Superstars, and all those guys, that was after the domino fell when it first started off with Rob. And I really feel Rob started this whole YouTube push. You know what I mean? For all of the community members to come up and actually start making content, making something of their own. And I give him praise for that. And I know he's not in the space anymore. I understand why he's not in the space anymore. And he's doing his other content now, which is still great. But I still give Rob the praise that he deserves, which is if he didn't start his YouTube channel and open it up to the first wave of content creators, that domino wouldn't have fell to lead to us and all
Right,
the other content creators that came after that. That's
right.
my
Yeah.
take.
Yeah, big thanks to him as well. Yeah, I think everybody has a purpose. They're doing this out of the love, and they're just it comes from within, right? Part of it might be monetization, partly also to grow, but there's so much pressure to create content and continuously be on that cycle. It's not easy. It takes a
Yeah.
lot of time and resource away from family. I understand that. Superstars are doing it on a daily basis. My
Mhm.
tag teaming, I understand that, but it's still a lot of work.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't think people realize, or at least some, it does take commitment. This is not, I don't like to treat this like a job,
Yeah,
because it's supposed to be fun. If you're not having fun making content,
right,
then I don't know why you're making content, right? You know what I mean? This is not a job. This is to like interact with everyone in the chat, interact with everyone watching us, and also be a part of this community that we like, which
yeah,
is digital collecting. And whether you're actually here for collecting or degen, nothing's wrong
Mhm.
with either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone and anyone is welcome here as long as you're not a dick, you know? You know?
said,
And that is even like, and what is your definition of dick? Well, I have a huge definition of like, okay, either you're a jerk or you're just facetious. If you're
yeah,
facetious, I don't care. Bring it on, because I can be facetious too.
right,
But like, you know what I mean? The toxicity type of things, right? It's like, and there's a lot of people out there, and that's what burn content creators out. Like, you should see some of the DMs we get. I'm like, what is this about? you know,
Yeah.
some of y'all are just emotional. Just chill, and then,
right,
but just brush it off, because a long time ago, I was told the easiest thing to do is just not give an F. And so, even though I do give an F sometimes for that type of stuff, yeah, right on. It went right past my head. I'm
right,
this, good for you.
right.
Why? Yeah. Keep going. So, but guys, we're coming up on 2 hours. This has been a really great conversation.
I want
I'm
to,
gonna go ahead, D.
yeah, Guri, regarding your giveaway challenge thing. So are you still going to be posting each time you get a 415?
So I think we should put a limit as to how. At some point, we got to close this, right? Once I get to
Mhm.
90, I feel we should close it. I cannot have it open till 98 or 99, and then someone says, "Oh,
Yeah.
then I missed the boat." So might be uh, we should just keep it open for another 1 month or something.
Okay.
So
Okay,
let's,
so March
So a month from
2nd.
today?
yeah,
Okay.
March 1st or March 2nd. Let's just call it March 2nd.
Oh wait,
Let's.
how about March 1st? Because that's actually on a Friday.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe
And
that'll
then you
be
can come back on March 1st.
yeah. Maybe will be a last reminder, and then maybe I'll do a. So how we can make it a little bit fun. If you are right now watching and making a guess, how about you get another guess on if you're watching it again on March 1st, you get another guess. Whereas everybody thereafter on March 1st only gets the one guess. So you get two guesses till March 1st. And thereafter that it's closed. No one else uh, gets a guess.
Okay.
You hear that,
Cool.
everyone? That's we have the ground rules laid out right here, and once again, very, very generous of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to enter? I'm kidding.
Yeah, so I think
I'm joking. I'm joking.
We're
everybody,
not gonna enter.
let's make it fun, just for the sake of you can opt out and say, listen, I don't want to take the prize, and the second closest person gets it. But it's fun to enter and just guess as to what pace we're doing this at. But
Mm.
I'm not gonna mention this on my Twitter. I'm not mentioning it anywhere else. It's only on this stream, and then we're gonna talk about it one more time in 1 month, and that's it.
1 month.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna enter just to see if I get the date, but
Yes.
not for the goodies.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if anything, if
gonna
we
be
win,
cool.
we're just gonna pass it along through. Yeah, but
Yeah.
exciting, everybody. We see
that's
you
cool.
guys on March 1st. But you guys, like I said, this has been a really nice conversation about comic books, about fandom, how we feel about the comic books, what inspired us to buy these, and so forth like that. And then we had a few giveaways. I'd like to close it out, and I'll start it off with you, Guri.
Listen, it's just been a wonderful experience to be part of this community. Man, I've spent so much money. I wish I had not spent that money. I would have thought might be 2 Ducatis. I'm pretty sure my family is going to eventually find out how much I've spent. But it's just fun. It's clean fun. It doesn't feel like I'm gambling. I think it's I'm collecting. Hopefully, the project and the company grows. I mean, I wish Vivi the best. I wanted to grow. This is the future of, I feel, of digital collecting is the future. Might be it'll go hand in hand with physical collecting, but I want the team to succeed. Being a software guy and a product guy, it takes me sometimes 1 year to produce a product, and that's just a simple product. So I cannot imagine how tough it is to come up with multiple new features on VV on a scale. They have to put it on different servers, test it, load test it, then one random day deploy it on production, and then it still falls apart, and then they have to reset it to a previous release, come back again, fix it. So it's not easy being in their shoes. They get a lot of grief from us because we want our money to double, triple, 10 times.
Yeah.
But if you're in it for collecting and you're part of this early journey, we all have to think not 10 years. What do you think the world is going to be in 50 years, 100 years? Where is collecting going to be? Where is computing going to be? How fast are we? If you're going to get Apple Vision Pro today in 2024, what is future of computing in 20 years, right? What is collectibles going to be like? What are comic books going to be like? Interaction. That's a separate chat completely. But I think being patient, being supportive, our money is support to the company that gives them the capital to sustain themselves and grow the company. I'm a big fan of the company. I don't like some of the policies. I speak about it, or I'm vocal about it on my Twitter. But I don't want the company to fail in any ways. I want them to succeed. We all want to grow with this company, and just future is just bright. I want the world to get better and healthier and be safer for all the future generation as well. So I'm a big proponent of peace and not war, and so it's just an ugly world out there, but we can all do better. I feel we can just support each other, and so I'm grateful for people that support me. I'm helpful as best as I can to others, and it's just a delight to find people that are on the same wavelength, same ship, same boat. And I'm grateful to have met a lot of folks. I will meet some folks in person soon. And I look forward to seeing you guys in Vegas. I'm not sure, how we're all gonna be able to hang out together because it's just there's so much going on in Vegas. But we'll find time to spend quality time together, chatting. So look forward to meeting a lot of folks in person. Thanks for having me over and talk about my comics and unboxing this. This stupid fresh mess is the name of. So I have some stupid fresh mess for my house, and I feel I need an intervention at times, but I'm controlling myself. I'm trying to. So
that's good.
Thanks for having me over. Thanks for everybody that supports not only this channel but other channels as well. Keep supporting, and be nice to your neighbors. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
Well said, Guri.
Well said, Guri. And thank you so much. And I 100% agree with everything you just said. D, any closing words?
Yeah, thank you, Guri, for coming, and thank you for your time. I love what you're doing and always paying it forward. And it's an honor to always have you on our channel. And thank you for your support. Thank you, chats, and whoever is watching later. Thank you also for your support as well. And I hope everyone has a good weekend this week. And just take it easy and be kind to each other.
That's beautiful statement there. Be kind to each other. And I, echo the sentiment throughout the entire panel tonight. You guys have a good weekend. There will be no community feed on the weekends. We have decided not to do content on the weekends anymore. but we will be back on Monday with more content, and Aloha Friday will return next week, Friday. We thank everyone for coming tonight, and to kind of echo with what Guri said about Vivi, the one thing that I just want to leave here for Vivi is I'm the same. You know what I mean? I have 1,300 or 1,209 something comics. You know, I'm close to 1,300. But I have a bunch of comics. I'm in it for the long haul. This company is what brought me into this community to meet everybody. I want them to succeed. My only thing I want them to do is just recognize there's more than 25% of people in this community. There's a lot of us in this community, and everyone should be recognized by that company. And the company should also, um, respond to everybody if they can. Customer service or community service is key in this. Having unification in your community is key, not just the top 25%. And I'm just calling a spade a spade. But having said that, you guys, I love this community, and I love the people that I consider in the 25% anyway. They were kind to me when I met them at DCon. It has nothing to do with character. It has to do with what I see on X and in Discord. That's all. But having said that, you guys, I am glad that we're all here together on this journey, and we're going to go to the very end with everybody. We're not going to go anywhere, whether you're in Vivi, whether you're in Cryptoids, whether you're in Candy, Elmon X, whatever. Everyone and anyone is welcome to continue this journey with all of us. And we thank each and every one of you for hanging out and having a good time. Having said that, happy Aloha Friday, everyone. Take care. Until the next one. Aloha.
Bye.
Bye bye.